Good morning. Good morning, friends.
Happy Saturday. We got Dan off to the SAT this morning.
Bright and early. Had to be there at 7:30, 7:45, something like that.
Yep.
She's been studying. A lot of studying to try to do good on her SAT. She doesn't know what she wants to. I feel like when she came here to stay with us, she kind of had this plan of here's what my life's going to look like. And now that she's here, I think she has kind of no clue.
Yeah. I think she's just been exposed to a lot of different career opportunities and
She's really found that she loves to travel.
Yeah.
So
we'll see what the future holds for her.
Yep.
Hopefully she does great. But I got up, I came home yesterday, and I don't know what spurred it, but I got to clean in my pantry downstairs like a mad woman, because after the end of the canning season, it was just a hot mess down there, wasn't it?
It was bad.
So I got all that done, and I actually can see now what I have, and it motivated me to do the last push of canning. So I went and I had a bunch of bags of tomatoes in the fridge, and unfortunately I lost a few because they just sat there too long. But the chickens are having a yummy breakfast. But I got tomatoes going next to me in the roaster. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Brought in all the pumpkins last night from the decorations because I was afraid they'd freeze. So canned pumpkin, frozen puree pumpkin is on the agenda. And then I just need to can the navy beans. And I'm like done with the have-to cannings. Good. Yes.
One of the benefits of getting her pantry cleaned as well is that I feel like we spent the entire spring, summer, fall growing food, harvesting food, and preserving food. So hopefully this weekend we can get down there with the camera. We'll bring some lights with us and we'll do a pantry tour for you guys. So
maybe even this year we'll do a freezer tour because we have 2 freezers filled to the brim.
We do. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Logistically, it may be hard to film the chest freezer, but I bet we can come up with some cool way to do it without taking everything out.
Okay.
Maybe.
we have an X-ray vision camera.
Maybe. Would you like some 3D modeling? And
I kind of want to take everything out, to take the old stuff up to the top, you know. But Shipshewana is traveling around, and they are just down the road today at the fairgrounds. So I think we're going to go swing in there and see what fun antique
stuff. You want to do
that? Yeah, I do.
Okay. I mentioned it to you the other day, and you never said anything about it.
I thought it was assumed that. Of course I want to do that.
Oh, okay. And there's some. I really feel like winter is coming fast and fast and fast. Temperatures are cold. I got one day coming up this week on Monday when it's going to be above 50, and that's when I need to get out and finish up my bees for the year. That'll be the last of the bees, other than feeding. The finish mower. I want to take the finish mower off the back of the tractor. That little strip back by the garden that you didn't mow that's really long now. Can I just mow that?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get that done today. There's a big tree branch that came down out back. I might chop that up real quick, throw that in a fire pit. There's a lot of stuff on my winter list. So
yeah, we still have a huge project, and that's getting the goats ready, getting their shelter winter prepped.
Got to put our garden hoses away. There's a lot of stuff going on. So well, breakfast is all done. After breakfast, I worked on editing a video. We had Rachel had one that she put together. She needed some finishing touches put on it, so I got that wrapped up. And took a shower, got myself cleaned up, and we got a little bit of time before we need to pick up Dan. So I'm out here in the barn. I'm going to grab the saw. There's a limb that blew off one of our trees, and I'm going to try to get that cut up. It should be pretty darn easy. Basically what I'm going to do is cut this up into like 4 or 5 foot length pieces, and then later on today when we get back from our Shipshewana flea market adventures, when we get the tractor out to do a little bit of mowing and pull the finish mower off the back, we will load those branches into the bucket and take them over to the fire pit and dump them off. Also this morning, Rachel's been working on getting some of our pumpkins cut up. She's going to try an experiment this year and can our pumpkin this year instead of pureeing it like she did last year. So she's been working on getting that wrapped up this morning as well. Tiny little bit of prep for later. I'm going to pull the finish mower off the back of the tractor for the winter. My PTO shaft, it's bolted on to the assembly back here, to the gearbox. I want to make sure I have my wrenches that I need, so I don't have to make an extra trip, and I do not. I'm pretty sure those are 3/4. Yep, we're good.
So this Shipshewana is definitely absolutely nothing but a great big huge TV commercial.
Yeah, the real Shipshewana is in Indiana, right? Mm-hmm. And it's an Amish community where they have basically like flea markets.
Yeah, I think it's a big, I mean, I haven't been since I was like in 9th grade, so maybe Shipshewana's turned into that. I don't know, but I was extremely disappointed.
Yeah, and so what this is called, this is Shipshewana on the Road, where some of the vendors from Shipshewana go on tour to different towns and set up in little convention centers to sell stuff. And I think we paid $5 each to get in, and I felt like you were definitely paying $5 to walk through an infomercial.
Yeah, but I did score some pure Michigan maple syrup, so I'm really happy about that. There was a farmer that that had a booth.
They're from Michigan.
Yep, from over on the west side.
So not worth our time. If we mention next year in one of our videos that we're going to go again, tell us not to, because it was a waste of time and money.
Right. Because we went through it, and I said, I think we've done this before, and we said we'd never do it again. So we'll never do it again.
Yep, agreed. This is the back of our little pig shelter. We raised our pigs last year. It's a good storage location for all of our trellises, because we just reuse them every year. Just cattle panels cut in to 8-foot sections. A lot easier to manage. So I had to run in the house and get some gloves. My thumb injury is healing well, and it really doesn't bother me too much, other than there's a piece of my nail that's sticking up that catches on everything. But when it gets cold, it starts to hurt. So I'm gonna keep it warm. I went and got some gloves. Next I'm gonna work on mowing some of these taller areas. I know Rachel's got her garden pretty much put to bed for the year, so I think it's safe. I can get the rest of this stuff mowed down. But for now, while I do this, I'm gonna hand you guys off to Rachel inside. She's working on those pumpkins that she started this morning. So let's go check out and see what she's up to.
I chose not to cut up every single one of those pumpkins. I'm just gonna keep some of them in storage down in the pantry. And because I've got a ton of canned pumpkin now. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 quarts. Unless I learn some new way to cook pumpkin, this is going to be plenty for us. But I'm excited because I know in that new cookbook I'm using, there's a recipe for curry pumpkin soup, I think. So like coconut curry pumpkin soup or something. So I'm really excited. Just finishing heating up the water, then I'm going to throw these in. While Todd's out mowing the grass, then I'm going to get to going on the rest of my tomatoes.
Well, the finished mower is done for the year. I mowed up the rest of the back part. I chopped up some of the leaves from the big maples in the front. There's still more that's going to fall, but I want to get this off. I just got done well, not just mowing, but, and that's really crooked, sorry guys. I scraped the whole underside of my deck to remove all of this. You know how that grass always like builds up under there? What it'll do is when, no matter whether it's a finish mower, push mower, riding lawn mower, whatever, at the end of the season, make sure you clean all this crap out from under your deck because it sits up against the metal and moisture builds up in it, and it basically causes your deck on your mower to rot out and rust faster than it would if this stuff wasn't under there. So keep them clean at least once a year before you put it away for the winter. Just cleaning up under this cover. There's grease zerks on each of the spindles. This one I just noticed it's missing, and I know the last time I greased this guy it was there. So something must have happened. It looks like it just came unscrewed and fell out. I have to buy a new one and get that replaced. Clean things up and put them away when you're done using them. End of the year. Next spring you go to get this out and use it, it's ready to go. I think I totally lost my glasses somewhere today, my reading glasses. I had them in my pouch here somewhere along the way, and now they're gone. I don't know exactly where they went, but they're cheap. I buy them on Amazon. From China. It's like $2 a pair for the reading glasses that I use, and they come in like 5 different colors. So I can always have a different pair for whatever color mood I'm in for the day. I want to get me a tarp to cover this up, and I was thinking of getting some of those little strong magnets for each corner to hold the tarp down over the winter. But I don't know if I'm gonna go through that much hassle. There we go, done for the winter.
For this recipe, guys, I am literally using every ounce of whatever leftover tomatoes I have. So there's green tomatoes in here, yellow tomatoes, orange tomatoes, romas, beef steaks. I'm just mixing it all up, and we're gonna season it to taste. I'm gonna try to do, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get, but I'd like some Mexican flavored tomatoes. So Ball Book has a recipe where you can make herb flavored tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and sauce them up, and Cajun, Mexican, and Italian blend seasonings, and put that in the bottom of your jar, then top it with your tomatoes, and you've got a base. So that's what I'm gonna go for today, and we'll see how much we get. Probably not too much. Okay, so all I did with this tomatoes is, you guys saw me immersion blend it. I threw in some salt, some garlic, some liquid aminos, and a little bit of brown sugar. And that's gonna be my base. And now to each one of my jars, I'm just gonna add some cumin, coriander, all my Mexican seasonings. I don't have my book in handy. But it's a quick way to just use up lasting year-end tomatoes.
I'm gonna put this hitch receiver on the back for the winter in case I need to go out to the back part of our property and get our trailer for anything. And get back there pretty easy with the tractor. I can get away with the shorter top link. This is the one that came with my tractor. The other one I had to buy a longer one for something, maybe the finish mower. Two different times so far. Got rained on, and I did have to go find a different pair of glasses. Mine are gone somewhere. Maybe when I watch this back, I'll see where I left them somewhere out there in the yard. And there's more rain clouds coming too, which stinks because there's more stuff I wanted to get done today. We'll keep playing it by ear. I'm gonna top the tractor off with fuel. I thought I had some of that diesel gas treatment for winter to keep the diesel from gelling and stuff like that, just to keep it good and healthy over the winter, but I can't find it. Well, the rains are somewhat holding off for now, so let's see if I can get these are all the hoses that we use to run water all the way out to our garden in the summer. And they still have some water left in them, so I want to get them drained out. Then I coil them up really nice and we'll take them downstairs and keep them in the basement for the winter. I like to get all the water out of them first because otherwise it makes a mess when you try to carry them downstairs. I'm curious to know, how do you guys store your hoses in the winter? You guys go through all this hassle like I do and drain them and coil them up and tie them and put them down in your basement, or you just leave them out in your garage? And I know there's got to be a better way to coil these things, but I don't know what it is. If you guys have any suggestions for me, leave them in the comments. I know there's some special way you can roll up hoses too that's supposed to make it a lot easier. It doesn't help when it's like 44 degrees outside and everything's all stiff.
Well, I made it all canning season without any broken jars. Here I am. I don't know if it's the cold weather in the house, and then the canner, I lost a jar. So sad, and it was one of my vintage care square jars too. Oh, such a bummer. Oh no, my square jar survived. Whew. Good thing. Oh, it must have been a quart jar. Oh, yep, I lost a lot. So I'm gonna have to wash these jars really, really good after they cool off to get all that residue off. Guys, believe it or not, remember when I got all those canning jars and I said I'll never need canning jars to save my life ever again? I don't have enough canning jars to can my beans. I have lots and lots of quarts, but I really like to can my beans in pint-sized jars because it's more how I use them.
A quart of beans is a lot.
That's a lot of beans for us, yeah. So I'm going to throw these, are my last 4 quarts of pumpkin that I've got to go.
Those turned out really pretty.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Somebody was asking a question in the video we posted, the last video we posted about Dan. They wanted to make sure she was okay. She said that it didn't seem like her normal cheery self. And there was a reason for that.
That was because last week I was so nervous about my SAT test, but I took it this morning already, so I'll be back. I'll be cheerful again, and
no more studying.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh my gosh!
Only normal school, a little bit of homework, and have fun.
Yeah.
It's behind her. It's huge. Yay! Good job, Dan.
Yeah.
So we did have a big hailstorm came through and it dumped, I don't know, they were pretty big sized chunks of hail everywhere. Woke Dan up from her nap.
Yeah.
And now the rains are coming through. So we're going to wrap up today. And it's about dinner time anyway, so we're going to eat some food.
Yep.
And chill for the rest of the day. Maybe we'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Maybe. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.